Hi all, this is Martha. Hey, today we are making Stevie snacks. Yes, Stevie snacks, not Scooby snacks, but Stevie snacks. Now, I don't have a recipe for this, but I saw it on YouTube probably, and I saw that they had peanut butter and plain yogurt, and they also added fruits. I did try out some fruits on my dog, on Stevie, and he doesn't like strawberries. He did like blueberries, so unfortunately I did not have blueberries at this time because blueberries would have been good in this. I'm sure you can add anything else you may want. So I'm just putting the rest of my peanut butter. The peanut butter is about 1.5 to 2 cups, and this is a large size of the plain yogurt. I've heard that your dog should probably have freshly ground peanut butter. At this point, I did not have any, so I used what I had. I stirred these two together until it was nice and smooth. I found these ice cube trays at Dollar Tree, and they have a little silicone button on the bottom that you push to let your ice out or whatever structure you're putting in there. I think it would be really good with making chocolates, and I'm going to try it this Christmas, I think. Here I'm trying to figure out the best way to fill these. This is the first time I've used these trays, and I did actually buy them for the purpose of dog treats. Since losing my job of 15 years in November of 2022, it's amazing how you try to think differently because you don't have as much money as you used to. Do I really need paw and bone shaped dog treat molds? I realized that this way was way too slow, so I came up with a different idea. This wasn't the best way either because, as you can see, it wasn't really filling up the trays very well. For this fluffy of a mixture, you kind of have to really put your knife down in there and make sure it gets spread around and stuck in there. One of the best parts about this is the smoothing out at the top. It is so satisfying. At this point, if I had fruit, I would put a fruit into each one of these sections. I would just squish it right down in there. This helps the air bubbles get out, but sometimes I think it makes more air bubbles because I seem to have a lot that kept coming to the top. Here's my second attempt at filling the trays. I just put a scoop of mixture in between each section, and then I just squished it down into the holes. This worked out pretty good, but I think the last one that I show you is probably the best one. I don't have one of those fancy angled spatulas that they use for cake decorating to smooth out the back. So I actually just turned my knife over, so instead of the rounded side, it was the flat side, and this worked out perfectly. So I started this way off the same as last, where I put the scoop in between each section, And then I just kind of squished it down with the back of my spoon to try to fill it up as much as I could before I started spreading. And then I just spread it and shoved it in the holes, and this was kind of fun. And I think it really helps to tap inside each one of the holes with the knife, kind of get the air bubbles out, and to make sure each one is filled up pretty good. Then you just put these in the freezer for a few hours. Stevie. Look at that. Oh. Come here. I had to make sure they were Stevie approved so I could share them as Stevie snacks. I got my finger off. For the remaining mixture, I didn't have any more ice cube trays, so I thought I would just scoop it like cookie dough onto this sheet and freeze them like this so they could just be little clumps. It's not like a dog cares what shape their treat is anyway. They just want the treat. Okay, it's been a few hours since they've been in the freezer, and we are going to get these out and make sure they're frozen enough so I can put them into a container to freeze them more. You really do have to make sure they're frozen solid so when you put them in containers, they don't stick together. I have to say, I was wondering if this was actually going to work, this little silicone thing. Oh my gosh, and it works. This was so much fun popping these out. I think you can hear that sound in the background, and that's my grandson playing with Stevie. Stevie loves to play with kids and people. Again, Stevie needs to try it to make sure they're acceptable. And he loves them. Reach for me. Now just keep these in the freezer, and whenever you think your dog needs a cool treat, get one out for him. thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe and share and like and do all the things.